Hey everybody, this is Mark Johnson, your fitness ambassador from Bounce Pep and the youngest son of Bill Johnson. Please hit the like button and also please hit the bell icon so that you receive notifications when we release new videos. And also, pretty please, download your copy of the ebook, Be the Total Package. I wrote this book for you and anyone else that you know who knows that they need to get fit but have trouble committing to it and staying consistent with it. So this book is going to give you 8 different maxims or principles that you can apply right now. They're going to remove bad, counterproductive ideas from your head, and they're going to insert good, productive ideas into your head that are going to help you get fit and get healthy and start living the life that you really want to live. Get you a little bit closer to being the total package. So go ahead and download that now. What I want to talk to you today about is the idea of building strength versus building muscle. And if you do some reading on fitness, maybe, there's a lot of stuff that's posted on the internet about this topic. So what I want to do is just break it down very, very simply for you. A lot of the things that you read are long-winded. They kind of, to me, complicate things. And I'm just going to tell you very, very simply some keys. So, of course, when you look at bodybuilders, what they are trying to do is build big muscle. They're trying to basically sculpt their bodies. So they're trying to build big visible muscles that pop out in 3D and get your attention. And they're sculpting their body. So they're literally targeting big muscles, small muscles, medium muscles. They're targeting specific muscles and trying to develop them. They're concentrating on developing specific muscles to get them to pop out in 3D. And this is what a bodybuilder does. So when a bodybuilder is building muscle, they're not really focused on building strength. Building strength is something different. Now, obviously, bodybuilders are strong people. They're lifting more weight than the average person. So they're strong people, but their focus is not on, maximizing strength. Someone who's trying to maximize strength is not necessarily focused so much on the muscle contraction the same way that a bodybuilder would be. Somebody who's trying to build strength is really focused on, the more so power. So power is a combination of strength and speed. And when you're really, really strong, that's really what you're focused on building. Now, the way that you go about doing this when you're lifting, it's not rocket science. I want you to understand that. So all of this long-winded stuff that you're hearing, I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's just a little bit long-winded. What you want to do if you're trying to build strength and power, what you want to do is you want to keep your reps, the number of reps relatively low. So in the 5 rep range, 5 to 6 reps or so. And you want to go heavy. You want to go as heavy as you can where it's going to induce failure within 5 or 6 reps or so. Okay. That's really the key. That's how you build a lot of strength. Okay. So if you can do 15 reps, well, that's not the most effective way to build strength. You need to actually increase the weight so that you can't do that many reps. Okay. You need to shock your nervous system. Okay. I want you to remember that. Shock your nervous system. Okay. Because that is what's going to help you build strength. And needless to say, you have to have your nutrition in place. Make sure you get enough calories. If you're taking some kind of protein supplement, go ahead and do that. I don't do that. I don't touch any chemicals or any supplements or any protein powders or shakers. I just personally don't touch any of that. I rely strictly on food. Okay, so that's also why I'm not, a huge guy, because I'm not pumping myself up, with all the protein and chemicals and everything else. Uh, Now, I'm not telling you that you can't do it. I'm just saying that I don't do it. But the point is, make sure that you get your nutrients. So you do need to get, more protein than the average person. You need to make sure you're getting your carbohydrates. That's going to give you energy to actually do those lifts. Okay. Now, if you are trying to build, let's just say, big muscles, now that's a different strategy than trying to build strength. So if you're just trying to develop muscles, just like increase the size of your muscles, then what you want to do is you want to increase the number of reps. So you're typically going to be working, I'm going to say just, like 10 to 12 reps, something like that. So you want to work with an amount of weight that you can do 10 to 12 reps before failure. Okay. And that will help you to actually increase your muscle size. Okay. So as you can see, this is totally different than lifting for just pure strength gains. You're doing really double the number of reps. Okay. And what you have to do while you're doing this is you really want to focus more on the muscle contraction. So in general, I would say that you should try to slow the movement down a little bit as compared to just lifting for pure strength. Slow the movement down a bit, because what you're trying to do is feel your muscles working. Whatever muscle that you're trying to work on, you want to feel it working. Okay. That's what they call the mind, muscle connection, basically. So that's all that is when you know the muscle that you're targeting and then you actually feel it contracting, as you perform the lift. That's the mind muscle connection. So if you don't feel the muscle that you're targeting actually doing the work, then your mind muscle connection is off, or you're just not doing the exercise correctly. One of those two things. But when you're trying to build larger muscles, then yes, it is important to slow the movement down a little bit. You don't have to, just totally slow it down, but slow it down a little bit so that you feel the contraction. Okay. Keep your reps to, 10 to 12 reps or so. The other thing that you can do is you can actually go more really high volume. So if you're training for endurance, which I don't do a lot of, but people do this. So let's say you want to train for endurance, and this is just being able to, keep working, muscle endurance, right? Then what you want to do is increase the number of reps to, maybe 15 and even more than that. Okay. So you're going to obviously reduce the weight. And what you're trying to do is just get your muscles accustomed to working constantly, right? And this is going to increase your muscle endurance. So some people do this all the time. They may, do 30 reps, 40 reps, 50 reps before they even take a break. So what they're doing is they're working on their muscle endurance. You can do the same thing. So those are some basic strategies that you can use to either build strength or build muscle, hypertrophy, right? Increase the size of your muscle. So, and then I added on at the very end, just the muscle endurance. So that's a third thing that you can do if you want to try it. But just figure out what your goals are, and then just keep those very, very basic concepts, in your mind, and then apply them. Everything that I tell you, I want you to think about, internalize, understand, and then apply. If you don't apply, it doesn't mean anything. So do it and see what happens. All right. Take care. Talk to you next time.